I'll spin this. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing, Mom?
I'm taking a picture.
I want to. Mom, I want to take a picture.
Okay, so when you buy your printables from Etsy, this is how it looks when you view your digital files. So if you're using your silhouette, usually you get 3 different files. So the PNG trace files are for Cricut users. I don't have a Cricut. I don't really know anything about them. You get a PDF that you can just print out and cut by hand, and you get a cut file for your silhouette. So you're going to download the cut file, and okay, I'm going to download them all because I bought several different things. And you're going to do okay, and now that you have that, you're going to unzip them so they come to you zipped. You want to unzip them. And then you will see, so when you unzip them, once again, you get like a PDF, a JPEG, and then the silhouette trace files or cut files. So oops. I want to open them all. And these are all silhouette files. So you're going to, I already have my tab for my silhouette open. So I want to go in here and then go to the library. Sorry, I was making stickers for something else. And then I'm going to go let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I'm going to select all. And then I'm going to, oh shoot, sorry. So you're going to select all because you want to import all of those into your silhouette. So I'm just going to decrease the screen size, and then you're going to bring them down into recent downloads. And then that is the them like copying the files in there. Okay, so we're going to go down. That particular kit was called Taste the Rainbow, and I got it for Rowan's birthday, and you can see it importing there. And then you get an alternate checklist, so I just want to import that as well. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay. So, all right, now that hopefully that is done, let's go down here and look. And here they all are. So we are going, I never use the one with the, like I prefer the ombre checklists. So we're going to open that. And there you have the first page with your full boxes. So this is really big, so we can minimize it a little bit so that we can see what we're working with. Now this is the cutting mat size for a cameo, which I don't have. I have a portrait. So if you do that, you're gonna need to come up here to your page setting. So you want to click on your page setting, and then you want to click here to change it from cameo to portrait, so that when you're ready to cut, it is the right size. So now you can see that it is the correct size. So there's page 1. We are going to go back into the library and get page 2. And it's just kind of a repeat of the same thing. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to change the cutting mat to portrait. And then you do the same thing. So okay, so she gives you the option of either having the third page with the headers and the little things and all of that, or you can do that same page with the glitter headers instead. I prefer glitter headers to like the today to do headers. So I'm going to change my cutting mat to portrait. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to close out of that one because I don't need to print that one. So, and then we're going to go back to the library. Hopefully. So, shrink it down a little bit. Change this to portrait. So this is kind of your functional page, and then she gives you both skin tones, and then you get the alternate page with, or she calls it a bonus page, I think. So, okay, so you get a bonus page with more boxes on it. So you've got a total of a 5-page kit for, I believe this was, it was either $3.95 or $4.25. I can't remember, but less than $1 a page. So the next thing that you're going to do is to print. So when I print, I will usually cut the kit down because I don't need all of this stuff because you get so much. So I will show you how to do that real quick. So what you're going to do is go into Edit and you're going to hit Select All. And then you're going to come over into your panel and you're going to go here, which it's like the rectangle with the little circle. Let's see if I can zoom it in a little bit. That's the Modify panel. So you want to open the Modify panel and then you're going to go up into Crop and hit Crop. And then what you can do is come back over here. Let me see if I can. And I don't ever really use check flags. So what I'm going to do is just remove them. then you can move that over. And then you're going to send it to print. So I'm going to go ahead and send mine to print. So I have an HP Envy. I just want to make sure that my printer settings are okay. I only want one copy. Okay, so I'm going to print off this kit and then I will be right back. Okay, and you can see that I ended up like doing some more work and cutting this down to a 4-page kit. Let me see if I can get all of the pages somewhere. Well, I'll just pull them up on the screen. So I just move these off to the side. You could also like copy the things that you wanted and open a new screen and paste it, but that's like a little bit more work than I'm willing to do because let's face it, we all know that I am a slacker. So these are the 4 pages that I printed out. This is really the only one that I kept the same aside from moving the flags off. And then let me see if I can show them to you. So what you want to do next is you're going to send it to your silhouette. Now, your silhouette connects to your computer or your laptop. So I'm going to go ahead and plug mine in. Make sure that everything is plugged in and turn it on. And I apologize, like I tried to film this before and I didn't have enough room, and so I have everything set up on my dining room table where I'm also like doing another project. So if you see glimpses of mess, that's what that is. And I have like a rare afternoon free because my husband got off work early and he has the baby. So the next thing that you want to do is send it to your silhouette. So you're going to go up here to the silhouette button and click send. And then these are all of your settings. So it kind of takes a little bit of trial and error. Sorry, I'm trying to get that like straight enough to find out the perfect settings for your machine. I think that's the frustrating thing about silhouettes is like everyone's seemingly works a little bit different, or like how it syncs up with your computer. I don't know like what makes them so that not everybody's works in the exact same way. So my settings are, if you go down here, I have it saved. So I just have it saved as sticker paper. So the settings that work with the paper that I use, which I will link below, and my machine and my computer are to have the blade on 2, to have my speed at 4, and the force at 7. The other thing that you want to make sure is that you have your cut lines. So I did a little bit of surgery on my kit in the modify panel, if you'll remember. So when you open anything in the modify panel, essentially it turns the cut lines off so that you can move it around. So what you want to do is go back in, and I guess you could hit select all, but I never do. And then you want to go back over here, and you want to click cut, and then back over here, and you'll notice all of these red lines are your cut lines, and they don't show up on your what you print out. So there is my sheet printed out. So I'm going to move you over a little bit. I'm sorry, well, maybe I'll just turn the camera. Okay, so here is the first page of my kit. I have it all printed out. It is loaded onto my mat. My mats are like low stick, which I like because it doesn't curl up the ends of your paper, but I found that they don't really last that long. So that's something to consider. Okay, these black marks are your registration marks, and you want to make sure that they are printed. Can you see that? Sorry, on your copy, because that is what your machine reads. So I am going, and then when you load it, I have learned that with the shops that I buy from in my machine, that I want to load up the edge of my mat so that it hits this mark right here. So I am going to make sure that's down. Okay, let's see if I can. And then your machine is ready for you to go. Got it loaded. I'm sorry for the jiggle. You're going to come over here and hit send. And you will see it says registering. And you can kind of hear it going. And then if all is good, it will say cutting, which I hope that you can see. And then we're going to come over here, and you can see it doing its thing. So we're going to let it cut, and then we will be right back. Okay, so we're back, and this is the 4-page kit. So you've got your full boxes and your ombre heart checklist with some appointment labels. You have your little things, 3 heart checklists, glitter headers, and some functional. You have got your extra full boxes, some labels, all of your deco, this double box, additional boxes, and then you have your washi, more boxes, these bow dividers, your washi strips, and your half boxes. So I will try to, can you even see that if I, hang on. Okay, so this is, like you can see, it's perfectly cut. And look at how great that looks. So yeah, you can, this kit is from Planning Choco. And, sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing. I will leave the link down below. And then once you have everything printed out, you can go ahead and cut it down to size if you would like. And then if you come back over here, sorry, you can see, so once you like finish cutting and you want to go back into, let's see, you want to go back into design mode, and it will bring you back to your original, oh shoot. It will bring you back to your original screen, and you can see like all the things I decided not to use. I decided not to use the date covers. I just felt like it was a lot. I'm not huge on like rainbow. I like bright colors, but I'm not a big fan of like rainbow together or rainbow spreads. So I'm just going to use different date covers. I don't need the thick washi. I left the thin washi. And then I'm not going to use the weekend banner or the little 3-heart checklist on this page. But so when you're ready to shut everything down and you go back up to file, or not file, but if you want to X out of this screen, it will say, do you want to save the changes that you made? So you can click no, and it will go back to the original format, unless you want to save it to print it out again the way that you did. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. So yeah, that is it. A few kind of helpful tips are, and once again, this is like my machine, so you know, it is what it is. If I leave my machine plugged in, when I go back to use it, the cuts are slightly off. So I always unplug mine when I'm finished and just put it away. Or at least the power portion of it. Like if I leave the USB cable plugged in to my Silhouette and my laptop, it's fine. But if I leave the power cord plugged in to the wall, then it gets like janky. So I always unplug mine. Make sure that it has plenty of light. I'm shooting this video in natural light. If I'm trying to cut at night, I will either use the flashlight on my phone kind of right up against the Silhouette to give it more light on the registration marks. And like if I'm doing it like that, it will cut fine for like a half an hour or an hour, and then the lines will get slightly off. And if it does that, once again, I'll turn it off, I'll unplug it and plug it back in, and that will usually fix it. And I think those are the only things that I have learned so far. It is a bit of trial and error, which is kind of annoying, which is why I recommend that you get just like some cheaper Avery labels to figure it out on, so that you're not spending. The paper that I am now using is like this. It's basically the unicorn paper. It's the premium matte. It's like buttery soft. The print quality is amazing with my printer. I have the HP Envy with the like endless ink or what, I don't know what it's called, but you get like the ink subscription where they just send it to you. And it just has made all the world of difference with my printables. And like I said, I'm pretty much at the point where I don't, if it's like a popular clip art that's, you know, every shop is using and I can find it in a printable, then I will get it in a printable, because you know, I can use it immediately. I have really good quality paper. The print quality is really good. So I don't want to pay $20 for a kit and then wait for it to be shipped. I mean, there are a few shops that I will still shop from because they basically are ready to ship, or there are shops that I will still shop from because I love that shop, even though it takes long. Like, I will probably always buy from Shop Jessica Hart's, even when she uses popular like digital papers. I think she does it in a way that sets it apart from all of the other shops. I will probably always buy from Wild Summer Designs. I like the way that she uses the clip art, and she is pretty much ready to ship. So I think her like processing times are like 3 to 4 business days. So basically you can have it in a week, and I'm fine with that. Paper Dove shop is closed right now, but I will probably always buy from her just because I love like her aesthetic. So those are 3 of like my favorite shops to buy kits from. Other little things like characters and like little things like that is a different story. Although, you know, printable shops are really stepping up their games on like the character stickers that are offered as well. But that's a whole different video. So if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them if you leave them below. I hope that you found this video helpful. Before I got a silhouette and I was using printables, I was just cutting them out by hand, which is another option. It takes a little bit of time, which is why I like when shops have squared half boxes. First of all, because I really like using half boxes. They're super functional for the way that I planned. But also because if you are cutting them out by hand, it's just easier to cut a square than it is to cut rounded edges, at least for me. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.